Hey, horror fans! Once again, it's the Horror Mazamani AG, and today we're going to review the season premiere of the TV show The Mist. Now, if you know, The Mist is a TV show, was actually a movie, came out in 2009. It's based on a Stephen King novel, a short story, about this mist that takes over the town, and it covers the town, and all of a sudden, weird shit starts to happen because they think there's something in the mist. Now, the movie that came out in 2009 was very good. I liked it very much. Obviously, later on, you see that there's strange creatures inside the mist, and the people inside people inside of the shopping mall, shopping center. That's where the main story takes place. Try to fight to stay alive, and all of a sudden, weird shit starts happening to the people inside the movie. And I thought the analogy of the story was, who are the real monsters? Is it the monsters outside, or is it the actual people? Because they start to turn into each other. And it had a very, very good twist ending at the end that I won't reveal because you have to see the movie in order to get the ending. But I really enjoyed The Mist. So when I heard that they were making a TV show about it, I wonder how they're going to do it. So in the first episode, they do a pretty good job, and I would say bringing the characters together. It starts off with the guy who's in his army uniform. He wakes up, has no memory of himself. He's lost, and he sees his dog, and all of a sudden he sees the mist coming. Oh yeah, by the way, there are spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen it, go see it first. Do not watch this film because I will spoil what's happening into this. I can do it mostly on my TV show reviews. So watch the TV show first, and then come back and watch this video because I am spoiling this. So let's get back to it. So, like I said before, the guy, he's in his army. I think his name is Rufus. I forget his name. Let's check my notes here. Well, the dog's name is Rufus. We don't know. I'll find his name later. But the dog, he's Rufus, and he has a whatchamacallit on him. And all of a sudden, the mist comes, and all of a sudden, the dog is ripped in half. He runs into the town, and eventually, he starts saying something's in the mist. And the police lock him up and put him in jail, and that's with the army guy. So that's the first character that we see in the TV show. The next character we see, her name is Eve Copeland. She's the wife of the Copla family, and she's being suspended because this conservative town doesn't want their teacher teaching their kids about sex. So she's been suspended, and eventually her husband Kevin Copeland says that, hey, look, I'll go do advertising again, and she says no because I don't want you to work too hard. And then they have a daughter named Alex. So we have the Copla family. They're the next characters in the film. They go to the football game where they see a boyfriend, well, a potential boyfriend. His name is Alex, and I guess you can see that the father really loves his daughter. He's more lighthearted, and the mother's a little bit more strict, especially when she tells her that the daughter's too young to go to a party. Unfortunately, the father says, you know what, later on, you can go to the party after mom falls asleep. And unfortunately, they will regret that decision later. So they are the next characters we are introduced to. She goes to the party with her friend Adrienne. Now, I like this guy, Adrienne. Obviously, he's another character that we get introduced. His father does not like him at all because while they're eating dinner, you can see that he's trying to have a conversation with his father, but his father just looks at him and just has no interest in talking to him whatsoever. We see that we think that the guy is gay, but we learn later on that he doesn't call himself gay, or he doesn't call himself a homosexual or a heterosexual. He particularly prefers whatever gender has the best personality, and he'll go with them, whether it's a male or a female. So he doesn't consider himself to be any of those types. He doesn't categorize himself as way. So he's an interesting character. So they eventually go to this party, and of course the jocks, being jocks in a typical small town, they use the F word and they get pushed, but the main guy, or Alex's crush Jay, saves the day. Unfortunately, she decides, and her father told her father not to drink. Unfortunately, she does get drunk. When we get back to the next day, she's not in the bed, but she's outside. Parents freak out. She says, I did get drunk. I'm so sorry. I don't remember what blacked out. Of course, the mother and father immediately rush her. And we find out that she did have sexual intercourse, and we think that, and Adrienne told her that her supposedly high school crush, Jay, did it. Of course, the mother is freaked out. Eve, she's freaked out. She tells her husband that She snuck out the house, and they're not very happy. She's not very happy about it neither. So that's up with the Copla family. Now, keep in mind, the mist has not come into the town yet, and it takes approximately almost 40 minutes before the mist starts to envelop around the town. But there again, like I said, the show does a great job in bringing these characters together. And when the mist does come into town, that's when the shit really hits the fan and things go crazy. The Copeland's next door neighbor, I believe it's Mrs. Raven, played by Frances Convoy, American Horror Story. Her and her husband are going to the library because in the beginning of the show, she sees a butterfly and the fox just come out in a very creepy scene, snatches the butterfly off of her finger. So they decide to investigate, and they found that there was mysterious steps back in this town several years ago, but no one remembers anything about it. But eventually they leave the library, and unfortunately that's when the mist starts to develop, and unfortunately her husband gets killed and shot by a crazy dude who can't tell the difference between reality and real, and he lost himself. And she eventually makes it to the church, and the Reverend saves her. So that's our first part of Survivors when the mist hit the town. As far as the Copla family is concerned, the mother Eve is still pissed off at Kevin, for allowing her daughter to sneak out to the party. So she eventually decides to leave him while she takes the daughter to go get some Valium. They're in the mall, and unfortunately she runs into one of the mothers, the snooty mother, and she tells her that, you got fired. Your daughter deserves what she got because she's faking the rape. She fakes the rape. But then, of course, Eva tells the mother well, see, you're such a pathetic bitch. She says, you should know that your son was watching porn, and because he was the one that told the school board that she was teaching their children about oral sex. And she says, well, you're a pathetic bitch because your son watches porn on his TV show. And eventually they tried to warn his snooty mother about not to go outside in the mist when the mist envelops everything in the mall. The girl and the mother run out. The mother saves her daughter. They go back into the store, but the snooty mother and her son, they leave out the mall, and unfortunately she comes back and her whole jaw is ripped out in a very gross scene, which is very effective, very gross scene. Her whole throat is ripped out screaming. So there you have your second part of Survivors there. Keep in mind, Keith is now back at the police station. He's about to report the jocks. Later on, early in the show, the jocks are throwing a brick in the window and wrote horror on the whatchamacallit in an attempt to intimidate his daughter. In the police station, we have the crazy guy from early in the show, and then we also have a drug addict. Her name is Mia, and I think she's kind of a badass because we get to see her do some nice stuff. Eventually, they get released when the mist comes into the town. One of the sheriffs gets eaten by cockroaches, and he attacks Keith, and Mia shoots him dead. And she said, "Now you trust me now," because he didn't want to have her gun. He didn't want to have her guns. And of course, she shoots the guy dead. And there you have your third set of characters. So everything is set up. We have the people in the church, we have the people in the mall, we have the people in the police station. So as I stated before, I was very happy how this episode did. They did a nice job in creating the characters and giving them some depth, even though they're typical stereotype small town characters, but they do a pretty good job. In the mall, we also know that Jay is there now, and obviously that's going to be interesting. Obviously, Eve has some secrets, and I'm pretty sure everyone else has secrets that we don't know about. And I'm pretty sure later on, as the series continues, we probably will see some real monsters. Keep in mind, we have not seen any monsters yet, but obviously something is killing these people in very, very disturbing ways. And I'm pretty sure we'll know more about the soldier guy that we know, because they said because he has arrowhead on his whatchamacallits. And if you read the book and saw the movie, you probably know what arrowheads. Again, if you saw the movie, I'm not going to spoil the movie, but I will spoil this because he does have arrowhead on it, and the cops said we're going to call arrowhead, so I'm pretty sure we'll find out more about that. So overall, like I said, I really enjoyed the first episode. They did a good job in building this series, and I'm pretty sure as I saw in the scenes, we're going to see more attacks, more gore, and secrets will probably be revealed. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this show plays out and how they are going to differentiate themselves from the movie. So, did you see The Mist? What you think about it? Comment below. Let me know. Did you read? Did you see the 2009 movie, or did you even read the novella? Comment below. Let me know. And we'll discuss about it. So once again, that's what I thought about the season premiere of The Mist. I think we got a good show on hand. So I will do my best to see if I can keep up and updating this show when it premieres next, when it starts back next week. Once again, my name, I'm the Horror Mizamani G. If you like this video, please press the thumb up and also subscribe to my channel, and also ring that bell when you get that way you get notifications when I put new stuff up on my channel. Also, all my social media links will be in the description below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Mizamani G, and always remember that horror rules.